What's up, everybody? I'm here. I'm here today. Here for a good time. Here to review some music. KRS-One. KRS-One, baby. And whatever the fuck his producer's name is, low key, those beats were. KRS probably supporting, but those beats were eh. KRS was fucking fire, though. By all means necessary. That was the album we listened to. Um, and it was good. It was good. I really liked the messaging, the lyricism, and it still had cool beats and shit too. But I was like, what am I gonna title this? What am I gonna title this video? And I was like, I know what I'm gonna title it. By all means necessary, laziness, fakeness, and the atrophy that comes. Let me get to you why. Because KRS-One is a very insightful man. He is a very insightful rapper. And you know what? He talks about the fakeness of people. He talks about the current president. He talks about how he's out of the country. He's not going to give a shit. He talks about how everything. There's drugs illegal everywhere. No one's, you know, that's what the country's run off at his time and shit. And there's just random stuff too. He's talking about wear a condom. He's talking about, I'm better than all the other rappers. And he's got a lot of opinions, and a lot of them are right. Um, and I would say it was a good album. I think the real connection I have with this album is that KRS-One, I was looking at a Reddit review of a kid. He was 16. It was in 2024, and he was talking about, I don't like KRS-One. I don't like Rakim, is what he was saying. He was saying, they sound boring to me. And the thing is, it might be boring, but it's intellectually stimulating. And at that time, it was not boring at all. And it's still not boring to the old heads. And to me, it's impressive because it's an artifact. It's like looking at an old piece of like a ancient Chinese painting or something like that. When I'm listening to that, 1988. That's when the album came out, and it's good shit. It's quality. It's quality. It doesn't matter if it doesn't feel like it has that hyper pop, super, fluttery, glittery, yay, like perfect buzzy production that gets 10 million streams in 3 seconds. Like, we don't need that. And that's part of what I'm saying with this is that with the fakeness as well as the laziness. But first, I'll start with the fakeness. I really think this generation is focused on externals. They're focused on illusion. This is an illusionistic society. It always has been. America's run off that, but it's even more emphasized now, and people think it isn't. People think, yeah, I'm a liberal. Republicans are stupid. They have conspiracy theories, and I still fuck with them. I be friends with them, but I don't really care. But um, even the motherfuckers I'm around, they're all focused on liberal motherfuckers. They're all focused on putting on an act. They're all focused on showing how they are someone who you should look to without contempt, with a certain view of positivity, and someone who is better than you. That's what they want. They want you to be, they want to come off as someone desirable, and that is a fetish to them. They are fetishizing coming off as something higher on a higher level, morally, not morally all the time. Sometimes it's just cooler, whatever it is. So I feel bad, if you're like new gen. I empathize with you, bruh. Like, I got good friends right now, but it's like I do not fuck with most people my age, honestly. And I think KRS. I remember seeing a little interview, and he was talking about how we need to get the old heads to give wisdom to the new heads, and we need to give the new kids to give wisdom to the old kids. And it's it's true. They we know a lot of new stuff. We are smart enough to like say no to Palestine being destroyed and killed and stuff, and like we're smart enough to even realize shit like that. We're smart enough to realize that someone can be trans or someone can be, living in their own identity, and they don't need to be harassed for that. Some of us, we're learning, we're evolving. But that doesn't mean people aren't fake nowadays. There's a lot of people who are acting specific ways. You can tell simply by the look of them. They're going to have a look on their face. I don't know if I can do it, but they can have a certain look on their face, specific clothing, specific just way of talking. It's meant to garner attention, but it's meant to also act like they don't like you because they want you to think that you're less than them and that you're not even someone who is on their level. And I don't fuck with that. That's just some of my observations, and maybe I'm conspiracizing or whatever the word is. But I think KRS is really trying to call that out with rappers, and I think that was a big thing in the rap game back then. That's why I'm connecting it to the rap. It's really people were doing that and calling each other out in the rap game, and that was keeping everyone on their toes and keeping everyone doing the right thing, you know, keeping high quality music. And we're not doing that anymore. And we need to be nice to each other. But we also need to call out the phonies. We need to do that. Kendrick Lamar, not like us. That's important. That's a big deal that he did that. You know, it wasn't just some little silly rap battle over, let's say, oh, they had a little like he fucked his girl or something. No, he was talking about how Drake is a fake person. And a lot of people are fake. And the rap game is specifically focused on calling out fake people. It is anti against the society that is fake. We are looking towards realness. I would guess that realness is a term, if I were to guess, that largely has been disseminated through rap. Um, and I think it's super important for us to keep that competition. I had an idea to myself. I think rappers, if they're too afraid to diss other people and just go all out and stuff and have they just want to talk about their lives and how they have glitter and money and stuff. Okay, how about like maybe don't criticize like I'm a pussy. Like I'm not gonna go out and diss Jid or something. Like first of all, I have no emotion, no one's gonna care, no one's gonna listen. But let's say if I had a million followers or something, I probably wouldn't do that because I like rap and I don't want to create beef with people. But what I would do is complain about the world around us, like I'm doing right now. Like I'm doing right now. Call me a cynic. Call me someone who doesn't really like things that are going on. Call me someone who's a pessimist. I'm not. I think the future is very bright. I think the world can change and can become a happy place for many people. It already has great things going on right now. But the rap game needs to focus. They need to carry Kendrick's dark energy. And listening to KRS reminded me of Kendrick. Kendrick carried that spirit. And the relationship to fakeness is also laziness. Even the people who are real, they're too tired. They're too depressed. They're not going out and doing stuff. We need the good people to be out acting like Superman, Batman, like T'Challa, fucking whoever. I don't give a fuck. Go out if you're a real person and follow your dreams and try to make good things for the world. We need that. We really do. And I think it's important. And I'm just a fucking yapper. I'm just sitting here in a chair making YouTube videos that will probably get 0 views. Maybe 1 view, 1 comment saying, whatever, fix your mic. Actually, that was a helpful comment. I forget your name, but that was a helpful ass comment. I'm gonna try fixing my mic. I actually increased it a little bit. It might still be too quiet, but I went on Amazon. I bought a new screen recorder. It's gonna be looking good. I'm gonna be looking good. I'm gonna have a good crisp audio, good visual settings, everything. And I'm gonna be like a professional YouTuber. So you'll see me. You'll see me. Um, so look ahead. Look ahead. The future is very bright. But we need to call out the fake people. We need to start getting out of our chair if we're a real person and start doing what we have to do. I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking absolutely. But we have to take action. We have to do it. This life is too short. Get out, do something. Treat yourself with love. Don't just, become, oh, I'm gonna be a hustler. I'm gonna, you know, I need to change the world. It's all on me. No, it's not that. Just try to have some actions. And rap is getting too lazy. People are sitting around and not having a consciousness and not having any intentions with what they're doing. So there we go. I think KRS-One has a lot of intentions with what he was doing in the past. And I haven't listened to his new stuff. I don't even know if he has much. But it's interesting to listen to it. And, I'll be back with another review soon. So, treat yourself with care, treat people with care. You're great. I feel like you're already awesome if you listen to this. You know, I'm just my BS. Like, but please, please, just enjoy yourself. Just, just find time to enjoy yourself. That's enough. That's enough. I I'm not even gonna say anything else. Just, you're great. You're great.